Hello and welcome you once again in this new session of history, and today's topic is history and its studies and sources. Now, what is history? According to the British historian Edward Hallett Carr, he said that history is an unending dialogue between the present and the past, which means that we continue to look at the past to understand our present. So we have to see our past, what we are today. But what we are today, for that we have to look towards the past, and for that we must know about our history, what our past ancestors were, from where they came, and what they have done. So now let's study about this. That is, we have to study about the history. Why do we study history? Because history teaches us about the gradual changes in the man's life from the prehistoric times to the present day with the help of the discoveries and the invention. Whatever the discoveries we have till yet and the inventions from our prehistoric times till the present day, that's why we must study about the history. We learn about our social, our cultural, and religious life of the people of the past. From the history, we used to know about the people, our ancestors, how they used to live, what was their social activities, what was their cultural activities, and the what religions they used to be. Now, from the history, we the achievement of the kings and the queens and how they influence the future generation also is learned from record of the history. Like you know that the Kalinga war, only through the history we have known about the Ashokas, for how that he changed his life after the war of Kalinga. So these the achievement of the kings and the queens. Then, history also helps us to know our past mistakes and see that we do not repeat the same. History shows us that whatever the mistake we have done in the past, we should not repeat the same. For example, in the year of 1945, there was an atomic bombarding in Hiroshima and Nagasaki. And Hiroshima and Nagasaki, and what the disasters it had been happened during that time. So it was the mistake done by us. So we should not repeat that mistake once again. That is why we must study the history of our life. History also gives us the knowledge about the people of different land, different customs, their traditions, their society and their religious, their cultural, their political and economic and foreign relationship. As you know that during the time of Ashoka, Harshvardhana, many foreign traders came to India like Fahin, Huensang, the Chinese travelers, they came over here, Megisthine, they came over here. So we know about the foreign traders, they came, the philosophers, they came, the literature, literally persons, they came, we have been known about them. So it gained our history. And also different events and the different events held in chronological. Now what is archaeology? In the study of the history, archaeology is of a great help. Archaeology is defined of the scientific study of the past culture based on the things left behind in the people of those cultures. So, archaeological sources consist of the physical remains of the past human activities like tools, weapons, like Taj Mahal, Qutub Minar, Red Fort. Now, lots of buildings are there, lots of ancient buildings are there which are still over there. Harappa, the Mohenjo-daro, Lothal, the structure we have found from there, it gives us. So, the archaeological sources means a physical remains of the past by the human activities like tools, weapons, fossils, rocks, pots, coins, historical ruins, and the monuments. The experts who dig out these objects from the deep inside the earth are called archaeologists. The person who used to work by digging the deep inside the earth and they found these rocks, pots, coins, etc. are known as archaeologists. Okay. Now prehistory is divided into four parts, right? Stone Age, Copper Age, Bronze Age, and Iron Age. Stone Age from 50,000 BC to 4000 BCE. Copper Age from 4000 BCE to 3000 BCE. Bronze Age from 3000 BCE to 2000 BCE, and the Iron Age from 1500 BCE onwards. Now, the division of the mankind, of the past mankind, it's the prehistory, proto-history, and history. So, the past mankind is now divided into the three parts. One is prehistory, proto-history, and third one is history. So, on the basis of the written records, the life of the earth, the past of the mankind is divided into three main periods: prehistory, proto-history, and history. The time period for which no written records are available is known as prehistory. Okay, the time period of which there is a no written records, it is known as prehistory. We study prehistory with the help of archaeological sources like tools, weapons. Proto-history referred to the period between prehistory and history, during which a culture and agriculture has not yet developed a writing style. History is the period where the invention of writing started. So the three parts are prehistory, that was a time where which was without a written records. Proto history is between the history and the prehistory, where the life has changed to the culture and the cultivation, but still a there was no development of the writing style. And in the history, it is the period when the invention of writing starts. In other words, the period of our past for which we have a written records is called history. Writing on rocks, pillars, clay, tablets, copper plates, and palm leaves were form of the early writing. So these were the early forms of the writing: rocks, pillars, clay, tablets, copper, copper, copper plates, and palm leaves. These were the form of early writing. After the invention of paper, it became easier to write. Man started completing the handwritten books, and those handwritten books were known as manuscripts. So that's all for today's lesson. We will continue our lessons once again in our next session. Till then, have a nice day and take care of your health.